What's up, Anchor and addicts, or whatever you want to call yourself? So this is an ad. I'm in the shower, but I just gotta say, I just made my first Anchor podcast. It was about a half an hour long, and Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. It was literally simple. I press a button, it turns on. Anchor gives you, everything you need in one place. Because you can do it right from your phone, or if you have a laptop or a computer or tablet that you could just do it from. The tools, they allow you to record and edit your podcasts. So, of course, you could add little snippets in there, or take out things that you didn't want in there. But the good thing about it is they'll also distribute it for you, so you can be heard anywhere you want to, like on Spotify or Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. You can easily make money from your podcast too. And they tell you and walk you through all the steps. And the good thing is, you can download it now. Because I've heard this from Gary Vaynerchuk. I've heard this app going out there a long time, for about a year or two, that it's just easy. It's easy to use. And I know this ad is long, but I don't care. But you could download it now on, go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM to get started. And let me finish my shower, okay? Hey. What's up? Sorry, I don't even know why I turned that back up. I almost screwed up again on my stream today. I started it. Games messed up. It's either my PC or the games itself. When I ran into issues with two games, the other game worked fine yesterday and the day before that, but then all of a sudden it has an issue, and then I was like, you know what, I'll just restart my computer. After all of that, 2 hours, I did get to play though a little bit, so I was not entirely without the gaming aspect of it. I know it kind of sucks when I'm having to troubleshoot as I'm doing things, but when it starts getting a little bit warmer outside, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch more gaming when it's a little bit hotter inside. If it's light outside, I might be shooting some hoops for a bit. I'm certainly glad that I have these options as I'm getting older too, to be able to go to if I'm bored or need something to do. And I know that a lot of things cost money to get into, to enjoy it or whatever, but a lot of things are pretty cheap. Now, of course, having a gaming computer, that is a little bit more expensive. That's something that, I think anyone would have to say that's a, big ticket item. But then again, of course, buying a car too is the same thing. But you could still get into that relatively cheaply, meaning like $500-600 and you're golden, like you are. The only thing that costs the most nowadays mostly is the graphics card. The CPU you can pick that up, and you can even use server CPU motherboard combos, and it's older, but it'll still run the hardware. So but I haven't gone that route. I initially went pick and pack type thing when I first made my first computer a long time ago, and I just kept upgrading parts between now and then. Most of them that I upgraded were just hard drives, because a lot of crappy hard drives, meaning I didn't even get a lot of read and write times out of them, a lot of it is my fault because I don't like buying new. I like buying used to get the discount. Now, of course, I guess that it might have been just more than a handful of times that I had to buy hard drives, but still, that's a lot more than I want to, especially with computer parts. Because even a hard drive, a good basic one you would need right now is, 40, 50, 60 bucks. And you really would need that warranty if you can buy that new. So, but a lot of the stuff that I do costs money. I think to go around a lot of that stuff, especially with gaming, you could start with your phone, and that right there is super easy because a lot of games are free on Android, even on iPhone. And then you can stream from your phone now, especially with Twitch. You have to have good internet. Mine wasn't at the time, but you get what I mean. So, and that's not the only option. I know there's other ways of doing it instead of having to spend so much money. Not only that, going outside, you have your camera. As long as you buy like an adapter, it's less than 20 bucks to set your phone on a tripod type thing and record yourself doing whatever you want to do outside. Whether that's exercising, sports, whatever the case may be, Muay Thai fighting, I don't know. Backyard street pillow fights, I don't know, but you have that option outside. Especially during the daytime, you can pretty much go anywhere outside, and you might get crowdedness, but you can always find an area to go to where maybe you need like a 20-foot area, that you need, that's all yours. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people can find that even if you are living in the country. I'm certain that's a little bit more easier out there too. So, but yeah, I try to keep it accessible for myself. So I give myself options if I get bored, and I can get bored really easy, especially with gaming. Like I used to just sit down and game all the time, but I can't take myself to do that all the time. Like sitting there for 2-3 hours is not my ideal thing. Streaming for an hour or two a day for me would be good for me, and if I can get to that point where either I have my own setup area, whatever the case may be, where I can just record it and not always have to be live, and then I could do some editing and whatnot. I just don't have the time to do it. If I needed to make the production, the content that needs to be out there to begin with. Maybe later on I'll go back and download it or chop it up, or take some of it and add it to YouTube like I already have done. If you take a look at that, my previous videos, it's not my best job, but it's better than what was live, especially with all the dead air and the non-talking and some of the things that just nonchalantly having to say, and a lot of dead air, maybe me falling asleep, some parts of the way there, from sitting down so long. I don't know, but I'm glad I'm doing it. So I need to make the content to have the stuff to make more content, if that makes sense. And that's just another way for me to be able to get it out there. I'm finding it not 100% easier. I'm finding it a little bit more easy to find different ways and services of things that will actually produce things for me. If you look at my YouTube, there's actually a program called Spreaker. Now, I don't pay for it. I just use the free service. So it only does a small portion of my uploads. But what it does is it actually takes the audio from my YouTube videos and pretty much it puts them on YouTube, which is actually the great thing. Or if I'm wrong, if it doesn't do that, it takes no, I'm right. It does do that. So, and then it converts it just to audio form. So if someone wants to watch YouTube, but don't want to see anything, it's just black anyways, I'm assuming. I have never actually looked at it take a look at it and let me know in the comments. But anyways, it produces it for me, so I don't have to have that extra content. Hopefully I can find things like that, or pay people to do that, even if it was $20 at a time, once a week, twice a week, once every 2 weeks, every paycheck. I can do that. $20, I think, to get the content out there, especially promotion and all the other things. Some things does come down to money, but that's when you start getting all the content out there. And I'm starting to get a little bit of content. Mind you, it's not enough, like not even close. And if you even go back and look at all my videos, all the things that I've done, it's certainly not even close to what you need to be doing. But it's a start for me and for what I need to do to have the content out there. Then I could just take it, chop most of it up, or even take it, store it for other content and go back to it. You know what I mean? It's certainly easy. I just need to do it and stop being lazy. So yeah, I guess this video is just gonna be called "Don't Be Lazy." Don't be lazy. Hey, you, don't be lazy. The cart guy right there. He's staring at me. Hi. Anyways, have a great night. Don't be lazy.